Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to another Rastafari Trains video. And in today's video, we're here at the stockyards, and I'm here with the buddy Sam. You'll probably end up seeing in the video, and he's going to give me a tour of Fort Worth stockyards. Let's go.
But I'm sticking with my friend Betty's. So this is where we're taking today.
Alrighty. So folks, Sam was mentioning that he had a friend passed away that used to work here, and
She went home. That's how I like to say it.
okay, well, he went home, like he said, or she went home. No, I'm saying like you said.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so today we're taking her route of what she would have did to give tours out.
You need to tell people my YouTube channel name.
All right, well,
I'm Texas Trainmaster 2248.
All right, y'all go check him out right here and go show him some love and comment on his videos and give him some likes.
Like you do with this nutcase hippie here.
All right, man. We'll see you guys in the next.
So right here we are. We're literally standing in a pit. Everywhere you look at all the shops and restaurants, these used to be pits for the livestock. And each one had its own feed bin. They were here for like 24 to 40 residents for water and feed them. Oh, and if you want to know where to buy your John Wayne toilet paper, you can buy it right there in that store. It's not this way, but it is tough as leather. I'm not kidding. It's still John Wayne toilet paper in the stockyards.
You heard it here, folks. John Wayne toilet paper sold here.
Oh! Okay, so... just a second. So the Longhorns we have here in Texas do not originate from America. They were brought over actually Christopher Columbus's second voyage to the New World. The horns were originally tall and long, but expanded, and the horns got down to the size as you see today with the Texas Longhorn. They're not indigenous, they don't have any natural enemies, they adapted to the vegetation.
Okay.
I'm not being all over the place with these facts.
There you go. You're good, brother. You're good. All right, guys. We're gonna move on to the next clip. So what Sam's reading here is what was your friend's name again?
Betty.
Betty. He's reading Betty's script of what the route she would have took here. So if you guys are wondering, that's what's going on.
I filmed the whole tour on my channel as well. They can see that if they want to, or they can see me.
You guys you can go check out his channel. He also has another tour. He filmed this exact route. So, like I said, go show him some love.
Over the next 400 years, they multiplied to huge numbers. Of course, they had their natural enemies. They came along without drinking water. They adapted to our vegetation, so by the time our Civil War started in 1861, we estimate there was about 5 million head of longhorn in the state of Texas alone, and down in Mexico. And as you saw from the video, if the cattle made it to market, which wasn't very often, they didn't bring very much money, all just about $3 to $4 a head. Of course, back then people had our population here in Texas. Of course, it was very small at the time. And people had plenty of food, plenty of wild fish and fowl and game, so they weren't, concerned with all these millions of stray longhorns. The unbranded cattle, they called them mavericks. You go and round them up and keep as many as you wanted to. Few people bothered though to do that until after the Civil War was over. Then, of course, the entire country was in poverty. People were hungry from east to west. They needed the food. They needed cattle to rebuild and replenish the herds. That lasted that they lost during the war. It was some men working for the railroad of Kansas who came, called the era of the Great Cattle Drive. That wasn't very long. It only lasted about 20 years, actually. People think it lasted a long time. In fact, the first cattle drive that took place was in Texas, led by a longhorn called Old Blue. It was back, I think, in maybe 1850. I could be wrong. I might be off on that history right there. They were working for the Kansas Pacific Railroad, which is now the Union Pacific Railroad. And they were hoping to finish building the Trans-Continental Road all the way to California. Something that President Lincoln had pushed for. Unfortunately, he did not live long enough to see it. The way cattle was shipped back then from Texas to Abilene, they didn't have a railway. We didn't get our first railways until the 1870s, so they would drive the longhorns up to Abilene and put them on a railhead and ship them off north. The reason we didn't get railways in Texas this early on is because of issues, finances, and a few other things here and there. The first railway in Texas was actually called the Buffalo Brazos Bayou in Colorado. Try saying that 10 times fast.
There you go.
I'm hoping to start rail in Abilene, which is about 400 miles north of Fort Worth, and they looked down here in Texas. They saw all this beef wandering around. There was no way in, no one was really interested in the beef, but they thought, what a great way to promote the railroad and a great way till the war was over. So they came down around San Antonio on the border of Mexico and started rounding up all these mavericks, all of these stray longhorns, and they drove them up straight up the streets of San Angelo, right up through Austin, out through our state capital, right through the streets of Fort Worth, and right through the stockyards to Abilene, Kansas. Fun fact about Mexico, that's where cowboys originated. They called them vaqueros. They came to America, and they gave us the skills we have today for roping and breading and stuff like that. So I credit the Mexicans a lot for what they gave us here in Texas.
There you go.
We also had African American cowboys. They played a big role, and there are cowboys all over the country, folks. Hawaii, Montana, California, even in New York they have cowboys, and Alaska. As long as there's cows and people want beef, there will be cowboys. It's not dying down. It's still here in its prime. You just keep going on up with that thing, don't you?
Oh yeah.
That's fine. For about 10 or 11 years, and a lot of these working men for the road became millionaires almost overnight. Back east would pay, they would pay, they were excited to have the cattle, and you look at a longhorn, you think, well, there's not much meat on there, but it was all they had back then. So people would pay $20, $30, $40, $50 a head. Back then in California, up to $100 a head. So a lot of these men really became millionaires and really helped Texas to grow, in which was the plan after the war, and really helped put Fort Worth on the map. Also, folks, there are no punctuations on the script.
You're good.
And I may be going a bit fast, folks. I apologize for that, but I'll keep going. So, credit is given due to the Mexican vaqueros, African Americans, Australians even helped out with this, the Germans helped out with this. Fort Worth is inherited with just about every place in the world you can imagine. So we really credit a lot of people and different races and religions who really helped build the West, and I tip my hat to all of them for what they did to contribute to us. It really means a lot to the city of Fort Worth, Stockyards, and me personally. Spain also helped. That's on here. There's explorers who have these rocks together with them, and then those residents who saw this great opportunity to free beef, why not? And like I said, I think they helped put us on the map. Fort Worth was founded in 1849. Not 1845. They were one in the line of 7 forts that stretched along California, which told us here to protect territories. The Fort Worth is we commissioned after 4 or 5 years. A couple of hundred people were engaged behind. It was a very small community. Now like here, these cattle started. Okay, there's actually not much left of the Fort Worth. We'll do have to back. The original Fort Worth is where the Hurricane Commercial House is.